Hey Rebels, welcome back to the Health Rebel channel. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. I don't even play one on Netflix. This is for educational use only. Your body's unique. Talk to your doctor before making any changes. Cool? Cool, let's go. So here's the big question. Why do some people eat right, they cut out sugar, they even exercise, and yet they still struggle with type 2 diabetes? Well, to understand this, we've got to start with Sugar 101. Get ready because we're going to dive in. So, when you eat carbs like bread, pasta, fruit, veggies, pizza, you name it, your body breaks them down into glucose, which is just sugar. That glucose ends up in your bloodstream. Now, your blood isn't supposed to be a storage unit for sugar, it's more like a delivery truck. Its job is very simple, it's to drive the glucose to your cells, and that's where the real action is supposed to happen. Your cells use glucose like gasoline. It's your fuel for energy. It powers your muscles, your brain, your organs. Without sugar getting into the cells, you end up with high blood sugar in the blood, but low energy in the cell. And that's the crazy part. People with type 2 diabetes can feel drained even though their blood is literally overflowing with sugar. And this is where insulin comes in. So think of insulin as a delivery driver's master key. It unlocks the cell so glucose can get inside and fuel the engine. But here's the catch. In type 2 diabetes, it's not that you don't have enough keys. You've got plenty. The problem is somebody stuck gum in the lock. Now, that gum is created from things like environmental toxins, inflammation, stress, poor sleep, poor eating, lack of exercise, all the modern junk that clogs up the system. So insulin walks up to the door, jingles the key, and nothing. The door won't budge, the lock won't open. And now glucose piles up outside, floating around in the blood while your poor cells are starving inside. But here's a rebel truth. Sugar in your blood is an absolute wrecking ball. It hardens your arteries like concrete. It burns your eyes from the inside out. It clogs up your kidneys like a dirty coffee filter. It fries your nerves until your feet and hands go numb. And it packs fat around your organs like bubble wrap. Except this wrap isn't pretty, it's deadly. So while your blood is drowning in sugar, your cells are still gasping for fuel. That is the absolute insanity of type 2 diabetes. And hey, if this makes sense so far, do me a favor, hit that like button, drop a comment, subscribe. Comments especially help the channel reach more people fighting diabetes. So when you comment, you're not just helping me, you're helping the entire rebel movement. All right, let's keep going. So even if a little glucose does squeeze into the cell, there's another problem that we need to contend with. The cell's engine, called the mitochondria, these little powerhouses inside the cells, if that engine is broken, rusty, or clogged with sludge, it can't burn the fuel. It's like putting premium gasoline into a car with spark plugs full of gunk. The fuel is there, but the engines won't fire. But when you repair the mitochondria, boom, the whole system wakes back up. Are you following me here? Suddenly, your cells light up and your body starts using glucose for what it was meant to be: energy. Now, here's a rebel truth. The medical system, they often just hand you meds that shove the key harder into the gum-filled lock. It doesn't remove the gum, it ends up just breaking the lock over time, or worse yet, the key. The real solution is you need to clear the gum, fix the wiring, and get the engines humming again. Now, what does that mean? Well, it doesn't mean stop your meds, right? There's a use for them. But if you want to fix this, you got to detoxify the junk out of your cells. You have to calm the inflammation down, and you have to repair the mitochondria. And yes, that means fueling with real whole foods, because why pour dirty gas into a Ferrari you just fixed? So the rebel truth is this: it's not just about what you put on your plate. It's about whether your cells are actually able to use it. That's why so many people feel stuck. They've cleaned up their diet, but nobody told them their cells are still jammed up like a lock full of gum. Now, in the next video, I'm going to break down 5 tools to clear the gum and supercharge your cell engines. so your body finally listens to insulin again. Until then, rebel against the system, rebel against diabetes, and don't forget to comment below to keep the message spreading. Rebel on. We'll see you next time.